I was deceased. I would consider myself to have been deceased from 2009 up until maybe last year. And then there is this miraculous story of how I transformed from being deceased to being at ease with myself. So the story is like this. When I look back at myself and my quality of life, even 2 years back, I can't recognize myself. Yeah, it's a story of transformation. It's not just a story of disease to ease. Listen to me. I'd been a diabetic since year 2009 and on medication, obviously. According to me, I'd been leading a very healthy life, working out, maintaining a reasonably healthy diet, and yet the dosage of my medication would keep increasing gradually, almost every 3 to 4 months. Now that had its own side effect. I would often feel feverish and drained, which significantly affected my work schedule. By the way, I just need you guys to know I'm at 65 and I work from 7 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock in the evening. My energy levels today are even at 9 o'clock when I shut shop and go to bed after my dinner, I feel there's so much more energy that I could productively use. But it was those days, it was like I work for a couple of hours in the morning and then I have to go and take a little rest and then maybe gather some more energy. And it was more having to work and wanting to work. That was how it was. So my gut health was also very unsatisfactory, and it causes both physical and emotional discomfort to me. And I would be consulting my homeopath every now and then, asking him, what can I do? Because there would be some, health issue or the other. I think I should stop sharing the screen because you would like to look at me rather than my screen. I think that's better. Okay. So just one sec. I'll close this panel. Yeah, there you are. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. And yeah, I would be consulting my homeopath every now and then because my immune system had completely gone into shambles. Every other month, I will be falling sick with something or the other, and I would be complaining. Yeah. Now, that was the scenario. And I'm talking of maybe 2019 or even a little after that, maybe early 2020. And as if this was not enough. Now, listen to me. How was I emotionally poised? Definitely not in great spirits. Almost every morning, I would be waking up with anxiety which would cripple me to the rest of the day, making me incapable of doing anything work for better part. I was called upon to travel, but every time there was a need to travel from one city to the other, intercity travel, it was very scary. Anything unfamiliar, I was very scary. This was not all, by the way. Even my relationships got impacted. Why? Because I had this need for excessive control. Many a times I would look back at what I have done or what I have said and regret for having done that. Socially, I had become recluse. I had this sense of superiority, believing that I have something to offer which nobody in the world can. And therefore, why should I go out and reach out to people? They would come to me if they needed. I would blame my fate, my misfortune, for my sorry state of affairs, which was not just professional, even financial. It hit me big time financially. And with a lot of bitterness, I used to firmly believe that I deserve much more than others. I would look at others who I felt at that point in time were not doing as great as I am doing, or not deserving as much as I am deserving. And I thought I should have more, but they are having more and I'm not having enough. On top of that, I had a very nasty anger. And that would shock many a people, many a times, those who were at the receiving end. Now, my friends, I'm accredited. I'm a member of IPHM as an executive therapist, a bachelor therapist. I've been practicing bachelor therapy for many years. You might be asking, if you're a bachelor therapist, why isn't it that you heal yourself? But such was my sense of self-worth. I didn't feel worthy of being healed. Yes. I was healing many people. Sometimes I would take some remedies to relieve myself of some symptoms, which were palliatives, but never ever thought of healing. Now, last year, that's where the turning point is. Around this time, things were going from bad to worse. Symptoms were showing up which were not very good. I got my blood work done. And if those who are diabetic would know what is HbA1c or A1c, as it is often called, it was more than 8. I was on metformin, I was on Galveston, and yet my sugar levels were not in control. That's the time I realized that this silent killer, this diabetes, no matter what I was doing, no matter what medication I was taking, was stealthily and very silently growing. And maybe I'm nearing. Yes, I encountered fear. And that's where everything turned around. That's where awareness dawned on me that maybe there is something that I can do to heal myself from the root, not just the symptoms, A1c and the related metabolism. So I started researching on the psychodynamics of diabetes and related metabolic risk factor like insulin resistance, things like that, and got to understand how our emotions lead to this silent killer disease. Our negative, our emotions which are not in balance can lead to this. Intuitively, somewhere, I knew that if I were to heal myself irreversibly, not just temporarily, permanently, I would need to become a patient for myself. I got into just 1 second. I think people have suddenly become very busy around myself. Can you stop moving around, please? Can you stop moving around? Yeah, thank you. Because I'm into a certain zone and I don't want to be. Is that fine? Yeah, thank you. So I went around seeking feedback. Now listen to me. There's a big part of us which is called the blind spot, which I won't know, but you would know. Right now, you're watching me, and I don't know what I am doing. I don't know what I'm saying. And more importantly, I don't know why I'm saying and why I'm doing what I'm doing and saying. You would be a better judge. So I went around seeking feedback. And that opened up Pandora's box. I knew that there were a lot of things deep down, not just on the surface, not just at a thought, feeling, or a behavior level, but deep down, which were not okay. So I started taking and making my own bachelor composites. And layer by layer, I started stage by stage, layer by layer. I started healing myself, dissolving not just my behavioral quirks, my thoughts, my words, but also the underlying blocks, the limiting beliefs, which were lurking in my unconscious. That's the power of Bhaskara. In the month of April 2021, I engaged a dietitian to custom craft a diet for me, which would help me to go through this journey of permanently healing myself. In a couple of weeks after that, my blood sugar levels drastically came down. I had a doctor who I would consult every 3 months. I consulted him. I told him what my blood sugar level is. And he said, you can go off meds. Just being on batch flowers and being on diet would help you to get out. That was a big motivation. I felt a big sense of freedom. It was not only bachelor therapy and diet that was healing me now. Sorry, it was only bachelor therapy and my diet. And of course, my physical regime, which is about 40 minutes of walk and weight training that I do, which was healing me now. One was healing me at a physical level. The other was healing me at a metabolic level. And then bachelor remedies were healing me emotionally. Very soon, bachelor and low carb diet became a way of my life. My energy levels started increasing gradually. I was spending more time in workouts and this time more energy. The erratic nature of health conditions disappeared and I became available to life very naturally. The proof of that is I could fend off 2 waves of pandemic. Such had become my immune systems. And even today, I'm confident that the third wave is not going to hit. In October last year, my friends, I'm sharing the good news. My sugar levels became normal. Complex carbs started getting added to my diets regularly. I was no more on low carb. So, my friends, today I seem to be living an entirely new life. Holistically healed, not just living, but relishing every moment of it. In September last year, looking at my own magical journey of recovery, I launched a program called Read Live to extend my first-hand experience of healing myself to others who are suffering from similar diseases like diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, and obesity, very interrelated. And through a combination of vascular therapy, diet, and lifestyle change, I feel blessed that I have been able to take them on a healing journey, quite a few of them. They feel ecstatic. I feel. My disease was a blessing in disguise. Listen to me. That disease had not happened. And if it had not grown up to that proportion, I wouldn't have taken that radical step which heralded me for a journey from disease to ease, from illness to wellness. So today, I'm happy to share with you in this platform, which is thankfully given to me by IPHM, that I'm holistically healed. Today, I'm happy to relive and help others relive. I hope I did not bore you with my sharing of the story. I have a few slides to share, but before that, if you have any questions, I would love to take questions.
No, thank you so much for sharing. That was amazing. And we're looking forward to the rest of it.
Yeah, okay. Great. I think I closed my.
It's all right.
There you
go. Rush, don't worry.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm very, very thankful to IPHM, as I said, to be able to present this across to you. It's a collaborative event that has brought us all together who are interested in holistic wellness and beauty. And I would look forward to staying connected with you through IPHM and directly. A little bit about myself. I don't want to talk about it, so here's the slide. You can look at it. I have dabbled with many modalities of healing. My dad was into medicines, which is contemporary medicines, but maybe I have taken a path which is slightly more alternative. So my modalities are alternative. And there is a reason, is because two reasons, of course, not one. Because alternative healing heals from the root. It is not just a cure, it's not a treatment, it heals. And the second is, it is absolutely not, especially I'm talking of Bach. Talking of my story, I reminisce what Dr. Edward Patchett said. And I would request you all also take heed of this, that your illness is actually an opportunity for you to reflect and look at where you strayed away in your life's journey and how can you get back to that life's journey so that you don't make more errors, so that you don't fall, so that you don't harm, and you come back to the path of truth, from where we should have never strayed. I know what my life has been all about, and that's been a long story if I have to share. And today, it's an absolutely different life. Okay, coming to that. Question is, how did I get healed? There is a science behind it, which today the medical science, thankfully, also acknowledges. Now, what we call as any disease, for that matter, not just lifestyle disease, exists in 4 layers. The top layer, which is more of the indicators and the symptoms that we get to see. This layer just underlying that layer, which is the damaged metabolism or the impaired metabolism. And immediately below is a layer of negative feeling, thoughts, and habits. If you go and check on any disease, let's say arthritis, and write psychology or psychodynamics of the disease, invariably medical science knows only one word, and that is stress. My dear friend, stress has many variants, at least 37 variants. In Bach flower therapy, we recognize that. But let's come back to this. There's a 4th layer, which very few modalities can access, which is lurking in our unconscious. We don't know. We suppressed it, maybe when we were children. maybe when we were growing up, maybe when we were going to a workplace and had to society look good and appear good and show up good. We suppressed our powerlessness, worthlessness, all the prejudices that we carried, certain paradigms, certain stereotypes, which are not okay, socially unacceptable, dogmas. But those were the shadows that I buried in my unconscious. And those are the ones which are leading me to behave in a certain way, think in a certain way, and feel in a certain way. Obviously, not positive. Now, the healing journey is not from the effect to the cause, but from cause. This is what I learned from my journey with diabetes, that no matter how much of metformin you take, no matter how much of diet, Ayurveda, yoga, all that you do, if you don't go to the cause, which is deep buried in your unconscious, you don't even know. Unconscious is, I don't know what I don't know. But the batch flower, the remedy that you take, it knows. That's the penetrative power of each remedy. So the healing happened at two levels. Batch flower therapy healed the last bit, the deepest bit, and the next one, which is negative feeling, thoughts, and habits. And parallelly, diet and lifestyle change healed the top two layers. So can you imagine anything which is more holistic? This came out of a lot of research and quite a few clients who volunteered to go through the beta of Relive, about 3 of them, and miraculous stories. Maybe if you connect with me at some point in time, I'll share with you. And that gave me the confidence that this is the way to go about. If you have read Louise Hay, many of you would have, you would know that she had talked about emotional causes to many diseases. More than 200 diseases. I have just shortlisted some of them for you. And it is not just this. In my practice as a therapist, for example, I found that diabetes has a certain amount. People with resentment, people with bitterness, inevitably land up having diabetes. Hypothyroidism, people who are insulted and humiliated, they tend or feel insulted, they tend to have hypothyroidism. This is all from my practice. Liver is a seat of anger, I've found from my practice. And there is one disease I have not included over here, and I think I have the most number of patients, is IBS, Irritable Bowel Syndrome. Inevitably is a sign, is a physical manifestation, is a precipitation of the anxiety that you live with. Heal the anxiety and your IBS will be healed. I can promise you that, with some dietary support. A word on Relive. This is just for you to have a look. First thing is getting off the meds, healing from the root, dissolving all your emotions, including your craving to have foods at the wrong time, emotional eating, stressful eating, binge eating, yo-yo dieting, all of that is removed completely. All dysfunctional habits. It can address 4 lifestyle diseases simultaneously. Again, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, obesity, at least. We are now addressing arthritis, IBS, and asthma too, and maybe many more to come. Even hypothyroidism, yes. We are very high touch. In this age of technology, we believe that compassion is the most important healer. So we can't afford to just keep the client out there on the other side of technology. We would like to connect with the client, because of which we use a common platform to connect almost on a regular basis. We work as a team, and most importantly, point number 9, there's nothing much that you have to do. As there's this book, Eat, Live, and Have Bachelors. What we promise is permanent healing of your diseases, not just for 6 months. Let me share with you, there are many people who have come from other programs after finishing the program for 6 months, and suddenly the disease has come back. We are not here to dupe people of their money. They're saying, if we don't heal you, take your money back. But we'll heal you given a year's time, of course, at least a year's time, if not more. So if you want to go through, I'll leave the, maybe. I'll leave the URL over here. You can go through there. URL to know more. I'll leave it at the end of the presentation. And at this point in time, I'm inviting questions. I have 6 minutes left. If you have no questions, I'll quietly close it. But look forward to staying connected with it. Any questions?
If anyone has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself, or you can pop them in the chat, and Indroneil can answer them for you. Someone said, well, we don't see your presentation. Can anyone see it?
You can't see my presentation?
Yeah.
Okay. One minute, just a minute. Why is it? Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, we can see it now, yeah.
Oh, my bad. I think I did something. Anyway, what I think was more important is getting to see this, how the disease gets healed holistically through use of bachelor therapy and diet and lifestyle change. If you have any questions about this, you may want to ask. And of course, maybe if you want, I can share the presentation with you. You can upload it on IPHM website.
Yeah, send it over. I'll see what I can do. Yeah.
And the difficult part is healing the unconscious, which is where bachelor scores above other modalities. Here are some of the lifestyle diseases and possible emotional causes. Today, medical science is also accepting and acknowledging it. Have a look. Here is something about the program that came out of my journey of healing myself, which I'm actually thankful to my disease. Had it not been for the disease, you can get to know more about this program if you go and share this.
Someone has asked, is it safe for children?
Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Bachelor remedies are vibrational remedies. There are no chemicals. There are no biochemicals. Safe for children, safe for animals, safe for mothers who are pregnant, and it is safe for everybody. They are non-alcoholic. They're non-addictive. They are gluten-free. They are not habit-forming. As a matter of fact, they can wean you out of habit-forming drugs.
Amazing. Amazing. So we've got 3 minutes left. So if there's anything else you want to cover or tell people where to find you.
I'm done. Any questions, please ask. 2 minutes left.
2 minutes
I see
left, everyone.
Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. I am absolutely, should I say, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be able to be here. Please stay connected, get in touch with me. I'll share the deck of slides with Siobhan, and maybe you can refer to that and come back to me. This talk is a part of IPHM Festival. If you're interested in holistic wellness and beauty, then please do sign up for their newsletter, iphm.co.uk. With that, typical Indian style, namaskar, namaste.
Oh, thank you so much. That session was